Hello, everybody. My name is Ashley, and I'm coming to you from my garden this evening. It's beautiful. There's a slight breeze in the air. The sun has gone down. So, what I call my sunny border, this is actually my favorite time of day to work on it because even though the morning is a lot cooler, it's still really bright for me. So, there's still a lot of sunlight. Whereas in just this particular slice of the garden gets so much sun that I actually feel like if I'm going to plant or really work out here, this is my very favorite time of day to do that. So I have a few things. I've been working on this border. We basically built it from scratch a few years ago. So it's a relatively new garden. It's not very well established. And me and my husband have just been piecing it together bit by bit as we've had time, balancing it in with our lives. When we moved into our home, it really was just like the builder grade. It wasn't a brand new home by any means, but it still had just a builder grade landscape. The backyard had a couple of and then redwoods planted in it. We have a classic old California oak tree, and then it was just ground covered with periwinkle. And we have slowly been tearing that out and planting hydrangeas and planting up the woodland border and limbing up the redwood trees. And it has been such a joy, more fun than I ever thought that I could have. I've really discovered the joy of starting seeds. And I have actually this year started so many wonderful perennial seeds. But they just haven't really come into their own yet. And they're adorable. And I speak encouraging words to them every day. And they are so cute. And they are coming along, but they don't really come into their own. Perennials really do need like that, at least that second year or so. So there are areas that I'm going to be filling in, like around the anise hyssop that I started from seed. It's just not really flowering yet. I have the regular blue anise hyssop, and then I have a pink version of it, and they are so cute. And the bee balm as well, which hasn't really come into flowering yet. We have this Rebecca here behind me. I started that from seed, and that has come in. So there have been a lot of really beautiful things that we have started that have come in. But in the meantime, I had just gotten impatient, and I saw some lovely things at the garden center today. So I thought that I would pick them up and just kind of throw them in where I want them. I did start a lot of guiums from seed, and some of them are still in bloom, and when they go over, I kind of just snip them here at the base. But this is a different kind. I started yellow guium from seed, and I believe I just got those off of Redemption. I don't remember the specific kind. They were from Redemption Seeds. And they are doing beautifully, and I love guium. And what's wonderful about these is like the habit is actually just really soft, delicate little leaves, and they just create this nice rounded, mounded habit. And then up here you get the stems that where the blooms are, and they'll get to be about 24 inches tall, and they create this light, airy movement, especially in the breeze. So I actually like to put them like in the middle of the border to just create some airy height back there. So I have 3 of these that we're going to be popping in back. I'm going to show you where we're going to go. I have lots of scabiosa as well. This is kind of pathetic. We'll cut that one off. But this has actually a lot of buds that are just ready to go, which is why I picked this one. I always try to pick one that's not all in full flower, because sometimes the trauma of planting and transplant, especially in this heat like this, can cause the flowers to go over quicker. So I like to get them before, when they're more in the bud stage and nice and budded up and ready to go. So I have 3 of these scabiosa pincushion flowers. My scabiosa are tiny, and they are not nearly. Some of them are doing a lot, and some of them aren't doing much. I don't really know why that is. So I have 3 of the guiums, and this is the Monrovia Temple Rose Avens guium. And then I'm going to actually plant the trio with this white Gara. This is a Steffi white Gara. And I think it's going to be just beautiful. It's not a super tall Gara, but it's going to be about 2 feet tall or so. And I think it's going to be a really nice little airy combination with the soft pinks and whites. And then I got this Proven Winter Sun incredible yellow sunflower. So I have some yellow guium. So this is just adding, and then I have the Rudbeckia here. So I already have some touches of gold yellow in the garden. So I just thought that this would be a wonderful touch of height to the back of the border. I have kind of an empty space back there where I could use a little bit more mass towards the back, and I thought that this would be perfect. And I mean, what's not to love about a sunflower? They just are so much instant joy. I selected this one actually because out of all of the other ones, it doesn't really have any blooms yet, and I'm okay with that. I don't need instant, in the next couple of weeks, it's really set with buds. But why I picked it is because it is so well branched down at the base. And there were several that I saw that had one branch, two branches, three branches, and I just thought this is really going to be a good prolific performer with all of its branching on. And I got these Caradonis salvias. I have two more. So far I have three in the back border, and I just love the Caradonis salvia. It is so beautiful and whimsical. When I purchased it, as expected, a lot of their blooms were done, so I just cut them off. There was a couple that are ready to go again. So it's pretty much going to be a blank slate, and I expect that buying this time of year from the garden center. All of these have already had their first flush of blues, so I just put them back. So I'm going to pop two of those in Borneo speed, and follow me, and I'll show you where we're going to put everything, and hopefully it helps to fill everything out just a little bit more. All right, everybody, so that's done. I'm much sweatier now, but as much more comfortable than I would have been in the prime of the day. So the Scabiosa pincushion flowers, I popped them in to just kind of wrap around my little cluster of pink echinaceas that I have right here. And then for the second flower, I put that in right here in front of the not so wonderful looking Eden climber. I decided to transplant her 2 days ago in the middle of the heat, and she persisted. She's telling me she didn't like that very much, and I hope that I can rehydrate her and she will bounce back because she's beautiful. But we will see, and it's all a learning lesson. So I think that that's going to add some good body right there in the sunny border. And then up this way is where I got the Tifo Rose Deal. And I did a cluster of 3 right here along with the Gara. And I was thinking that hopefully the Gara and the pink of the deal would look pretty next to the pink of the Veronica that's here, the drift of them, and that it would be a nice little color complement up here. And as far as the Caradonna goes. I popped one in right here, and I'm not sure about. I need to cut back this geranium, so don't worry about her. This is a hardy geranium, and I just moved her there the other day because I had to get her out of the way for what else I was up to. So I have a caradonna right there, and then on the other side of the path, I have a caradonna right here. So I like to actually do that. I like to start drifts on one side of the path and then finish them on the other to kind of bring things together and have a little bit of color echo and plant echo. So not all of my plants are one place or another. They all kind of lead in where it kind of looks like a little bit of a natural planting. And that things kind of drift in and out as you would find in nature. But anyway, here's another little. So this is the gum that came from seed, and I'm so proud of her. And she is like the cutest, daintiest little yellow flower. And she's kind of sprinkled in and out all along this perennial border. And she'll get bigger and stronger and showier, hopefully next season. But I'm so proud of her and what she's done so far. So if you guys would like a tour of the sunny border, I would love to show you around. I mean, who doesn't love showing their garden and sharing their garden with other people? I know that I love getting on YouTube and watching all of your gardens, which is what inspired me to get on and share mine. Because if you're anything like me, you love to share your garden and you love to see everybody else's garden. So just in the spirit of joining in on that, tell me what you like. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think works. I would love advice. I would love input. There's always room to grow. And show me your gardens as well. And I'll be out there looking for your gardens. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.